Oh, what it do, baby? It's your boy HD, aka Wallace Frazier.
Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me
That's
out
right.
there, a big smile, no handcuff our officers.
Hold on, wait.
I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out there, ain't a big smile, no handcuff our officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah.
Chat, today is October 28th, 2025. We will be covering the 27th day in October episode of Monday Night Raw.
Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.
That was yesterday's episode. We coming to you first the next day, digesting the thoughts. I sat back and watched it again a little bit this morning because I got a strong theory, chap. I personally feel that, like, there's times where I might watch the show at night, and because of how long my day was, I might feel like, I wasn't really digging this. I might unjustly give it a bad rating. But let me know what y'all thought of today's episode, man. We got some continuity from last week, a lack of a setup for this week. Maybe we get some more on Friday. This is Off the Hip, baby. I'm flying solo today. Let me get this ticker off of here real quick, yeah. Put this ticker right there. Appreciate everybody pouring in this morning. Let's go. Appreciate the platforms, Rumble. Appreciate Twitter. I appreciate YouTube. Let's get it. Chat. Hope everybody doing well today. I'm going to get to the messages as soon as I can. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Jey Uso won the #1 Contenders Battle Royal on October 20th. CM Punk defeated Uso and LA Knight on October 13th. Jey Uso hit the ring to kick off Raw and quickly turned his attention to the number of people in his ears. You know what I'm saying? We got the likes of Roman Reigns, his brother Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, he claimed not to care about what any of them thought, which brought CM Punk out. And honestly, this is where I gotta thank Bleacher Report for having some of the notes that I'm gathering, because at this point I already kind of mailed it in. I'm like, this is some Saturday Night Main Event hype right here, which there's nothing wrong with that, but just like from a standpoint of like, I want to know what tonight's about, right? So this didn't give me much indication about what tonight's gonna be about, because usually the way WWE is they go to the same formula. You know what I'm saying? They like to go to the same recipe, the same playbook. Which sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with going to the well. But here's the thing that I noticed: this opening segment didn't translate into the main event. It didn't set up the main event for today's evening. So that's just something I noticed right there. These two will be facing off, as you see the championship right there in the middle. They will be facing off at Saturday night main event for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship due to injury sustained by Seth Rollins. So, you know, the way we got here was, it seems like they're positioning Jay to be, I don't know if I don't think heel's the right word, but they want to play with the idea of him hitting them dark areas to get what he needs to get. You know what I'm saying? Punk said he watched Uso throw his own brother over the top rope last week. And he asked him how far is he willing to go in their match. Both men looking to be world champion. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is a situation that, for me personally, I didn't really, this did nothing for me in terms of, how can I put this? I thought at this point of Jey Uso's career, a look like this versus CM Punk would have did something for him. I'm not going to lie. This matchup don't feel right, don't look right to me. CM Punk, to me, cuts better promos when it's like there's an adversary in front of him that's like either a corporate shield or like something that CM Punk could really go against. It seems like he don't got nothing on Jay, so it's kind of like, he even told him in this promo right here, like, I'm gonna avoid your personal space because on Saturday I'm gonna be all up in your personal space. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, listen, we had after this segment, which was pretty much lackluster for me, we had a number one contenders match for Dom's Intercontinental Championship. And I'm not going to lie, I watched this show with my wifey at times, and the first thing she says is, here we go. She sees Penta. Now, I'm not sure, like, what's the dynamic, but I feel like WWE might have overexposed Penta a little too early, in the sense that now I feel like it's not a big match. Like, when he came through the first time, it felt very big match. Like, oh, we still have him in that intercontinental hub area. It's almost the same carousel if you think about it. Like, especially with the rest of the shenanigans that took place. Like, guys, let me know what you thought about this match. I wasn't too thrilled, but I wasn't too disappointed either. I just felt like both men went through the motion. I'm going to say this about Rusev, though. To me, this heel run that he's on feels forced. It feels forced. It doesn't feel like when he naturally came up the first time in the Royal Rumble, and we knew, like, or what we didn't know was, we knew he was from NXT, but we didn't know what he was really about. So we see this menacing guy, no boots on, the long hair, he comes in dominating. But these days, I feel like, I think the fans want to cheer for him. I think the fans want to love him a bit. And yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, things don't feel right with Rusev being a heel right now. Maybe as we seen later on in the night, Grande Americanos and his group, which that's a whole nother conversation too, because I feel like I've called this way back when, where I was like, it could be like the Los Conquistadors, where you have more than one Grande Americano, but now that it's blossomed into them having names, Rayo, and Bravo, and their outfits are like a little bit like, for lack of a better term, they're like a remix of, a spinoff of Grande Americano. I would have liked for it to be still in that element of confusion where we don't know who's, but I understand, because it's like you got Ludwig Kaiser playing Grande Americano, so already you have him being tall. That throws everything off. So the faction's name is Los Americanos. Are they working with Dominic Mysterio? I'm not sure how I felt about this match, ladies and gentlemen. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Rusev and Penta, both, it was like a double disqualification because of the match got thrown away. So there was basically no winner. And later on in the night, if I'm not mistaken, Dom gets told by Adam Pearce that he's gonna have to defend that championship at Saturday Night Main Event against both these gentlemen right here, because Adam Pearce doesn't buy, not for 1 second, that Dominic didn't have anything to do with Los Americanos. We had the Dominic Mysterio backstage. He's bragging and boasting how he's won. He shouldn't be having to defend his championship. Roxanne was preparing for a match of her own. Then we see LA Knight backstage. He makes his intentions clear. He's going after Punk or Jey Uso. This is my issue. And this is no disrespect to LA Knight. Is the division lacking that much star power at this moment that we keep throwing in the same top people? And then on top of that, I'm going to jump around a bit here because this is what my mind is telling me to do. You got Braun Breaker in that backstage segment with Paul Heyman, and he seems like he still doesn't understand, doesn't buy into what Paul Heyman is telling him. He's kind of like, bro, the quickest way for me to get that championship was for me to be in the Battle Royal. Paul Heyman goes on about some bull crap about, oh, we can't do that because we'll all three get suspended. Basically saying you're barking up the wrong tree with Adam Pearce. Since when has Paul Heyman become worrisome about management? Things to watch out for there. I feel like they slow stroking this Braun Breaker stuff. Honestly, I get it. They create moments. WWE creates moments. But it's time to create moments in other fashions. You know what I'm saying? Chat, give me 1 second. I got to answer my door. I'm going to put this music up as an intermission as I come back.
We got some shooters, pow. It's off the hip. We got some shooters, pow. It's off the hip. We got some shooters, pow. It's off the hip.
right. My bad. I apologize for that. An unexpected door ring right there. But yeah, I'm just not sure what's going on with the Braun Breaker stuff and all of that. Okay, so the last time we seen Nikki Bella in action, she lost to Asuka on the Raw September 8th episode. Roxanne lost to Stephanie Vaquer on the Raw October 20th episode. So we see Nikki Bella come back here. Listen, I love Nikki Bella. I think she's phenomenal. I just don't know. Obviously, I feel like the mission is for her to put people over. Let's show a little screenshot right here. I feel like they put on a good match. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I say good because it's like every time I see Nikki Bella out there, I'm constantly concerned with her neck. I don't know what's I just feel like, the girls from this generation, this era, they hit hard. So, and they're always teasing like a neck spot, a back spot, to where Nikki Bella is taking some pain there, you know what I'm saying? Absorbing some damage, so to speak. I was very surprised that Roxanne Perez picked up the victory over Nikki Bella. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I thought this would be time for us to see Nikki maybe, I thought she would have come back for a run or something. Like I said, it seems like she's coming over to put people over. Maybe there's something bigger in line. We see her partnered with Stephanie Vaquer, but it's her sister on the way. Does Liv Morgan come through at some point to rain on this parade? We got to see where. I want to keep a close eye on that, see where things go with that. If you know what I'm saying. We move on to the match that was made from that backstage segment when Paul Heyman told Braun Breaker, there's another man that shares the same vision as you. And that man is LA Knight, and you have a match with him soon. So we get into that match. The last time LA Knight was in action was in the Battle Royal, which obviously he didn't pick up the victory there. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were last seen defeating Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton on the October 3rd episode. And listen, these two in the ring are just like, I can't complain. I'm not going to lie. It do feel like we got the same carousel of people out there. I can't remember too much for me where I see LA Knight and Braun Breaker in the ring a whole lot, so it didn't feel that bad. There was some good spots right there with the corner spots, the jumping to the top rope, the Frankensteiner, LA Knight avoiding the Frankensteiner. It was a lot of good stuff. The ending to me could have been better in a sense that this is a chance for when LA Knight did that springboard elbow. If Braun Breaker would have just kipped up and speared him from there, it'd have been cool. But it was just kind of like he kipped up. LA Knight missed, landed on his feet, and then Breaker just ran off the rope for a spear, which was also dope itself. Yeah, the matches for the evening, I had nothing to complain about. There was also a segment where Adam Pearce was ready to give Maxine Dupree another championship match because of the disqualification from Becky Lynch. But Maxine said, no, let me give a call to a friend that may be able to help me with this. So that's something else we got to watch right there. I was surprised by the placement of that Braun Breaker match, kind of right there at the top of the hour, if I'm not mistaken. And then also from the backstage, we got Finn Balor and JD. They want a rematch for their tag team titles. But Adam Pearce says in order to do that, before you even get there, both you guys threw somebody out of the Battle Royal last week, and he wants his get back. And that man is Sheamus. So JD quickly steps up. Oh, I'll take on Sheamus. And when I beat him, we want our tag team title shots. Okay, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't like completely sold on JD. Like I know he could go, but in terms of him being like one of those guys that's gonna be like, man, listen, I'm ready to take on anybody. I thought he was kind of like the fall guy of Judgment Day at one point. So to see him break out of that, it's kind of dope for me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did enjoy that. I thought it was cool. We see Sheamus versus JD McDonough. Now this is one of those pairings that like I was skeptical, like, how would this go? But again, JD, he's great at selling. The Celtic Warriors, the ultimate professional. A little interference from Finn Balor allow him to capitalize. So all in all, JD picks up the victory with help from Finn Balor against Sheamus. I think to me that had to be one of the more shocking results of the evening, along with Roxanne Perez picking up the victory clean there, if I had to say so myself. This is another great match of the evening. I think the in-ring work was phenomenal on Monday Night Raw. The only thing that are in question for me are the promos. Like, I'm looking at that opening segment with Punk, with Jay. I'm looking at the backstage segments with Jay and Jimmy. And listen, I don't know if the talent are just given a lot of rope these days to where they're just like, giving a very blanket statement, bullet point, so to speak, where it's like, yeah, just go touch on this. You're not really not giving them no direction. You're not giving them no wiggle room to create a story out of what they're about to say. So it sounds like sometimes when Jay is speaking, he doesn't know what to say. Or it's that he's fighting with making it look so real that it's escaping from realism, in my opinion. It's too much. Like in real life, people will stutter when they speak. You won't get every word out correctly. But certain mannerisms that are taking place within these dialects are even with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, it's kind of like if you're gonna ask questions and you're pressed about it and you're pissed off, you're gonna be pissed off. Like Braun Breaker's kind of just like, I'm watching his promos backstage and it's kind of like, well, Paul, what are we doing here? It's kind of like, it feels very weird. Am I alone there, Chad? Do I feel like the promos in WWE are a bit like weird right now? Like, I even remember last week the fans were chanting, "This is awkward," because Adam Pearce asked Braun Breaker to hand over the title, and Braun Breaker said, "Say please." Are they doing too much with the characters in terms of making Jay look too soft, in terms of lack of better words? I'm gonna just say soft. And like he doesn't look confident. He's always questioning himself. He's in doubt. Now let me put it in sports terms. If this was one of your favorite teams, the New York Knicks, the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, whatever team in sport you watch, and your team is going out there like, I don't know if I got what it takes to win a championship. Sure, it's different. In the wrestling world, there's some relatability. There's going to be people that story resonates with them, where they feel like the underdog. They feel like they can't get it done. But for me, this is off the hip. This is my channel, my recap, my review, my opinion. I'm not rolling with everybody else saying and feeling. I believe if you're a competitor at the World Heavyweight Championship level, to win me over, I need to see confidence. I need to see a huge win, which should have been when he won against Gunther at WrestleMania. But then that same guy he beat, same big victory, that's who he loses to, if I'm not mistaken. JD McDonough won. Adam Pearce grants Finn Balor McDonough the demands for the tag team titles next week. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee gladly accept. Dragon Lee cutting some more promo. His felt a little robotic as well, like I am the fire, I'm the all that good jazz. I was happy that the guy got to speak a little bit. We seen some personality out of him. It's good to see Dragon Lee away from Rey Mysterio, give him an identity of his own, away from the LWO, if the LWO is still a thing. I'm just still stuck on the promo stuff because, I mean, like, if we look at the ring work, I mean, most of these guys and girls are in the best shape in the world for what they do, even out of athletes in general. Like, look at the height, look at the angle that Braun Breaker got on this spear right here. He even did a flying knee early in the match that was impressive. I've seen him do it before. So it's just always impressive to see him do. I just don't know. There's times where I watch the product, and of course, because I do this show, I come out here, recap, and let you guys know how we feeling after watching what we just watched. But I'm not one of those people that I don't want or think that certain things should happen. I enjoy to just watch the show for whatever they give me. But in the same token, in the same breath of me saying that, I can't help what I feel. And I hate to use that word feel because, a lot of people that I love and respect, Sam Roberts, a lot of people in the WWE use that term feel. But it's a real thing. Like, example for me, just last year, I wasn't feeling how the NBA players were coming up the court and just jacking up threes and missing. But this year, watching about almost every game, I haven't watched last night's games. Watching every game up until last night, I don't see what I see last year. I don't feel what I felt about basketball last year. And the same with wrestling. I don't feel what I felt about 2 years ago when Cody was trying to finish his story. And it wasn't just about Cody, excuse me for tapping the microphone. It wasn't just about Cody finishing his story. It was everything surrounding that. Like, we still had the bloodline. We still had the final boss. We still had the upcomings of Solo Sikoa. The uncertainty surrounding Roman Reigns' future, legacy, all of those things were fire to me. The last year and a half felt like a big tease. And we could dissect that in so many different ways. Like, we could go down for the John Cena heel turn to CM Punk winning the championship, to then Seth cashing in on him, us thinking that Seth and Punk finally had that last steel cage match, the wise man turned into the Oracle. Like, theoretically, there should have been some things I was like, there is some things that's like, we're going to look back on like, well, okay, that happened. But I don't think that the time we're in right now really holds a candle to where we were at 2 years ago, where we were at any point of its prime. You can look me in the eyes and tell me right now, everything is at its high financially. Motherfucker, everything that shines ain't gold. Yeah, you guys are ranking in the motherfucker. That's because you guys are marketing the shit right. You guys are great promoters. You're great at saying this is going to be something you've never seen before, and then when come time, it's something we've seen before. That's why ESPN gave WrestlePalooza a C grade. You're no different than the guy from an urban area looking to move his local pharmaceuticals. And in doing so, he's promoting it as the best thing in the area. That's what good promoters do. That's what great promoters do. They sell. Hell, I love me LeBron James, but he said not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. And them Heat games were packed, baby. Just think about it. Let me know where y'all at with it. How y'all feeling about the promos and the in-ring work? Like I said, I think the in-ring work phenomenal. Which leads us to the main event. We had Charlotte Bliss and Alexa Bliss take on Lyra and Bayley. Now, to me, I didn't know this match was happening. I didn't have it slated on my this just came out of nowhere for me, honestly. So it was a bit random. They put on a great match, though. I'm not sure where Bayley and Lyra go from here. I think we kind of get a glimpse of where Charlotte and Alexa go from here. There was a backstage segment. Asuka and Kairi Sane kind of pressed up on Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, saying that, basically Lyra and Bayley don't deserve the opportunities they're getting tonight, and that they do. So we should see what be happening with the women's tag team. They're on the cusp of breaking, I think, title defenses, and they've only held the belt for less than 100 days, if I'm not mistaken. WWE is looking to break that record. How y'all feel about Charlotte and Alexa? I know everybody was hyped that, we're not friends, and then now I feel like it's kind of dying down a bit. It's alive in some cities. Let us know, chat, how y'all feeling in the comments. I'm also thinking about, just for fun, if I could keep up with the product as much as I want to, I was thinking about at the end of the week, possibly at the end of a Friday night, maybe Saturday morning, breaking down my match for the week for each promotion. I'm not going to pit them head to head. I'm not going to play into that chicanery. I feel like enough people do a good job of that online. Shout out to the folks that want to compare the products. I was never one to compare Coca-Cola and Pepsi. It is what it is. Different strokes for different folks. I just react to what I see. That's what I hope you guys and girls get from this product that I'm delivering to y'all. I'm not here to just tear anything down for no reason. I'm here to just give you my honest opinion on what I just digested for about 2 hours of my night or day. And I'm looking to share that with you guys and hoping that y'all share with me what y'all feel, what's in y'all thoughts and minds pertaining to wrestling and what we're seeing out there. I'm not really big on the dirt sheet stuff. I don't care who's dating who. I don't care that a wrestler wants to slap another wrestler or some person speaking online. Personally, if that is going on, it's happening. Is it to speak about on a different moment, on a different platform, sure. But typically, I like to engage into the product itself. We'll cover factual breaking news, maybe a signing, a release. But I'm not here to stir the rumor mill. I appreciate everybody once again. Thank you for today's episode of Off the Hip. Much love. I'm going to let the music ride out to y'all. Have a great day. Thank you for rocking with me this morning.
At the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile, no handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.
Let me know if y'all want that match of the week. WWE match of the week from AEW.
Off the hip. Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile, long handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters, pow, it's off the hip. I got some shooters, pow, it's off the hip. We got some shooters, pow, it's off the hip. Off the hip. Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile, low handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. Walk me out the arena, big smile, low handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. Walk me out the arena, big smile, low handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.